Hello everyone, welcome to your Unacademy classroom. Today we are going to discuss about engineering mathematics, that is for the preparation of GATE and ESE. Okay, so this lecture basically is an introduction where you will know about what is the exams, what is the pattern, how you should be approaching towards the exam, and also you will learn about the importance of engineering mathematics in these exams. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you about engineering mathematics. Engineering mathematics is one of the game changer. Okay, it is called as game changer for your exam. Now, what does this mean, game changer? Because the subjects like engineering mathematics and aptitude, these both contains around 30% weightage for your examination. Okay, so these two contains about 30% weightage of your GATE examination, and this percentage is quite a large percentage, I would say. Okay, so this percentage of the exam weightage can change your rank, your complete profile of what you are getting. Okay, so your rank will be boosted if you can score maximum out of these two exams. Okay, so just you need to focus on aptitude and engineering mathematics. These two subjects are like the game changer for your exams. So basically, all the people, all the students, all the candidates study all the technical subjects. Okay, you are studying fluid mechanics, then networks, and in computer science you are studying ADA, and all these you are studying, you are practicing it a lot, but you do not give much attention to your subjects like aptitude and engineering mathematics. You do not try to have more attempt, or more practice. While let me tell you that these two subjects can change your complete rank, complete history. Okay, so if you focus on these two, practice well, and then score well, then you can basically get the maximum benefit. Okay, so just don't be like ignoring these two subjects. Don't ignore these subjects, try to focus on these subjects. Okay, so now let me first, before I'm going to tell you about the preparation strategies and the other elements, let me tell you about myself something. I am Arohi Malviya. I am MTech in transportation, and I am a BTech in civil engineering. I have 2.5 plus years of teaching experience and have mentored more than 6,000 students for the preparation of GATE and ESE. I have myself qualified GATE 3 times and have cracked several PSC exams, okay, state PSCs and government exams. So this is a brief introduction about me. So I am going to be your mentor for engineering mathematics, and I am going to tell you about some important things, the syllabus, the strategies of preparation today, so that you know what should be your approach towards these exams. Okay, so basically this exam will be your starting or preparatory first step towards your goal. So if you are new, then it is best you just follow till the end of the lecture. And if you have already been preparing yourself, then you can listen about the tips for the preparation notes and the questions you should be attempting that way. Come on, so just follow throughout the lecture. Now, the most important question which arises in every student's mind is how to prepare. Okay, everyone know about the exam that there are several candidates who are like, I am going to give GATE and I'm going to go for ESE, but what should be your approach and how you should start your preparation? That is the very important question, because you have this time constraint with you. You need proper guidance. Okay, in terms of notes, you need proper notes, questions, and practice. So all, because there may be a lot of platforms and all the thing, but somewhere we always struggle to find the best out of this, the best quality of notes, the most important questions, no, which are strong in the concept, which can build your concept. And how can you practice, what should be your practice approach, how should you be managing the time, and how other things should be taken care of. Okay, how much time should you give for one particular subject, or what are the important topics, everything. Okay, this is something which all the students, all the candidates who are trying to prepare for these exams like GATE and ESE should take care of. Okay, you should take care of these things, you should know about these things, so that when you are preparing, when you are going to give those exam, that exam do not feel like something new to you. Okay, that exam should not feel like you are giving it for the very first time, and you should be well aware of the environment, well aware of the situation, or how you are going to approach towards the exam, what will be your stats, like will you attempt first the technical portion, and even in technical what sort of question you are going to attempt first. So those tricks and those step by step things you need to learn, you need to understand, you need to have that guidance. Okay, so that is what we are going to see today, how you should be moving towards the exams, what should be your basic approach towards these exams. Fine. Now in this lecture I'll tell you about, okay, the syllabus for engineering mathematics, because our subject of interest is engineering mathematics. Then I will be telling about the important topics. This is about engineering mathematics, particularly important topics, and what will be our study format, or I should say the study schedule you will be following. Okay, this will be about your syllabus regarding engineering mathematics. In terms of the exam preparation of GATE and ESE, the first thing you should know that what you need to do is, for saving your time and attaining the proper guidance, is to choose your mentor wisely. Choose your mentor wisely, choose the teacher wisely, because if you do not make that decision properly, then you are going to suffer at the end, because the time is limited. Okay, and you need to have the best coverage, you need to solve the questions properly before you have those exams. You need to go through the concepts not once, not twice, multiple times, so that you can build that confidence. Okay, that's the main thing. So you need to choose this mentor wisely, choose your platform, choose your mentor. And later on I'll cover up in the next slide, you need to know about your exams, what exam you're going to give. You should know very well about these exam, what exam you are going to crack, and then you should know what should be your preparation strategy, about your preparation strategy. Okay, so the first step which I was telling you about, the first step towards your goal, that is to choose your mentor, choose your platform, choose your learning platform very, very wisely. That's the most important part you can do. And let me tell you frankly, Unacademy gives you the best platform. So the first step towards your goal is you need to install this Unacademy learning app. Search it Unacademy learning app, and then just install this. This is the very first step towards your goal, where you are going to achieve your objective of cracking these exams. Once you install this, there are some options for different exams. Okay, different, like for JEE NEET aspirants, there's another section. For these exams like GATE, ESE, we have this section. So you need to go to this section of GATE and ESE, and then The next step is in the plus section. For the plus section, you go there and get your subscription. Now, the subscription part is important because when you get the subscription, then you have that will and that dedication towards your goal, because you get that complete set of different educators, different all the topics covered from different mentors, so you can choose among the best. Okay, let me tell you in detail about the benefits of getting this subscription. When you get the plus subscription give you all these benefits, and there are a lot of things. We go in offline classes if you choose, or any other learning platform, then they may have live classes, but they do not have those interaction. Okay, they do not listen to you. So these live classes, daily live classes, where you can chat with your educators and engage in their discussion, you can ask your doubts online, answer the questions through polls, and you know where your preparation is going. So this is a step by step approach you can follow while following your daily life classes. So this life classes gives you, a set of tasks to complete within your day. So you do not deviate from your examination, or you do not deviate from your goal. Then you have live tests and quizzes. There are a lot of tests and quizzes which you can uh, give after completing your live classes. And these mock tests and quizzes are very important, because practice is what that makes you perfect. Practice makes everyone perfect. So you need to practice a lot, especially for exams like GATE and ESE, where you have a lot to cover before you give your exams. Okay, now the structured coursework is another added advantage. You do not need to wonder where you are going to get the notes or how you are going to start your studies. This structured classroom will give you every learning thing in terms of PDF. Okay, you will get your PDFs. You can just download them, and after starting from live classes, you can go and revise from those PDF. Then you have this unlimited access if you take this subscription. Okay, this gives you the comfort from choosing the best educators, and amongst the different you can choose any, but or as many as you like. Then iconic, the next is the iconic subscription, which is a new personalized subscription, and this is the best for the students who want one-to-one attention, because in the exams where we need one-to-one attention for the guidance. There may be situations where you are stuck, you do not know where to proceed, or even if you are you're giving your mock test and quizzes, you do not know where the things are going wrong, but you cannot score well in your exam. So here it comes. Okay, iconic will always lead you to a personalized coach and planner, so that you can plan with those according to your schedule. You can have your personalized assistance in terms of tests, and when you are going for these ESE exams, so you need to have this personalized assistant at some point, because you need to learn the things in a very conceptual and very deep concepts you need to grab. And when you write your exams, there is a descriptive paper in ESE that is very important, where if you have personalized assistance, then you can find out that where you are going wrong, because the educators, the mentors here, all will lead you to the path where you are making mistakes and help you clear that, help you overcome that. And this is the preparatory study material you get starting, all the practice set for all the subject, and all the benefits of plus which you were getting, which we discussed right now, that also you are going to get. So this is about the iconic and plus. So after you go for your subscription, here you can see the rates, the pricings. So these pricings are a bit higher, but if you want the best pricings to be available, use this code ARO10 to avail a maximum discount of 10%, and these discount will lead you to the minimum rating. Minimum rates of the courses will be there. Okay, now this subscription for 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month is good for people who are going for crash courses and who have very little, like the people who have very little time left. Just they have 3 months or 4 months. But people who are early birds, the people who are planning their preparation beforehand, like the students in first year, second year, and you know that this year gate can be given by third year students also. So the students who are planning to give their gate in third year should start their preparation early, should start learning, start going through some concepts, okay, along with your college studies, so that you do not feel confused at the end, or you do not feel like you lack some time at the end. That is important. So early, if you are early while preparing, so if you start, suppose you start preparing in first year, then while you give your exam in third and fourth year, you already have 2 to 3 years of practice. Okay, you must have went through these concepts multiple number of times, and there are very less chances that you will make any sort of mistakes. So that is important. Then the second year students, again, you have time, you have 1 to 2 years, you can prepare well, you can have your ranks under 100, and as per your goals, your aspirations. So these plans of 12, 18, and 24 months are very good. Okay, the students in third year, final year, they should also opt for these, because if you take these plans, their benefit is the per month cost is very low. Okay, the per month cost you see here is very low. It costs you too less if you see the per day cost. The per day cost is for this 24 month is only rupees 55. Only rupees 55 per day cost, and that is very less. Okay, if you even go to some place, if you join any offline class, then this amount you pay just to transit, okay, just to go from one place to other. So this cost is very low when you see. Even the 12-month cost is also very low when you see for per day expense. So the subscription is very cost effective, and if you are an early bird, these subscriptions will be best for you. And the best part is an iconic subscription for 12-month and 24-month, because here I have told you about the added advantage regarding the one-to-one personalized assistant, and this also have very low cost after you apply this code ARO10. Okay, get a 10% discount while applying this, and you get this rates to the minimum for your per month basis, and this can help you very much in your long term. A lot of advantages you have when you take these. Okay, now just you can take this, and if you feel that these rates are too high, or these are expensive, then don't worry, you have this EMI option on debit and credit, so you can pay in easy EMIs. You do not need to worry even for that. And other payment options, all payment options, UPI, net banking, everything is available, so just go for it. You need to take this step so that you can achieve your best goal. Okay, now after you have taken the subscription, you have chosen your mentors wisely. Now here you go for your examinations. So the first step I told you, after choosing your mentors, the next thing you need to do is you need to know about your exam. Okay, you need to know about your what exam you are going to give. So when you decide, like, I'm going to give GATE and ESE, so the first thing any student should do, or a student does, is they see the exam pattern, they go through the exam syllabus. So then I'll tell you about GATE. It is a graduate aptitude test. It is an aptitude test. Okay, so it means it tests your mental ability along with your technical knowledge, along with your technical skills. So sometimes in GATE there are some questions which can be solved with just your logical reasoning or by your mental maths, mental ability, something like dimension analysis. That has happened a number of times in many questions. So you need to be aware about your mental. You need to be aware completely while you give this graduate aptitude test, okay, gate examination, because it's not only a technical test, it is a test which tests your logical reasoning mental ability also. Okay, so the test is for 3 hours with 65 number of questions, and the mark distribution which follows is aptitude for 15 marks, which is fixed. Okay, this 15 marks are divided into two parts. The 5 questions are for 1 mark, and these another 5 questions are for 2 marks. Okay, so this aptitude portion is fixed for 15 marks, where you have verbal, mental, data interpretation. Okay, and if you practice a little, if you practice some part of it, you can score 15 on 15 for this part of aptitude. There's no struggle in this. Then the next portion, engineering mathematics, which we are going to deal with, which we are going to learn with. This part of engineering mathematics contains about 13 to 15 marks, 13 to 15 marks for your marks distribution. 13 marks is this time specified from, and on the official site of GATE, 13 marks they are telling that there will be for civil, mechanical, computer science, electrical, electronics. Okay, so these, other than the subjects which have mathematics as their core technical subject, for all other branches, the weightage for engineering mathematics this time, as declared on the official sites, is 13 marks. So this 13 marks, little bit of practice, little bit step-by-step guidance, and there you can gain all the 13 marks out of this subject. And you do not need to worry, we will cover it, we will solve all the questions step by step. Then the technical part, technical subject, whatever your branch is, this contains 70 to 72 marks. So here, that was what I was telling, this too can be your game changer, because when you add it, it comes to be around your 28 marks. Okay, so it is around 28%, 28 to 30% of this weightage for your gate examination, and this is a very a huge percentage for you to score and get the best. Okay, now this total marks is 100, total mark division is 100 marks. The paper pattern, is an MCQ type paper. In MCQ, what happens is, if you have a question, you have 4 options and you have to choose out of it. The part which is a little scary is the marking scheme, which contains negative marks for MCQ type. Okay, so the negative mark is 1/3 of the question. So if you have a 1 mark question, you will get -1/3. If you have a 2 mark question, then it will give you -2/3. So this is something you need to take care while you are giving this exam. The second type of question is the numerical answer type question, or the multiple select questions, in which you do not have any negative markings. So there you can be a bit relaxed because they do not have negative marking for that. But these questions are more tricky because you need to have conceptual knowledge for solving these types of questions. Next, let me tell you about the engineering service examination. Okay, Indian Engineering Service Examination, IES, is an examination, the most prestigious examination for engineers, where you get to become officer of Cadre 1. You are appointed as a Cadre 1 officer. Okay, here you get a lot of benefits when you are appointed as an IES, and there are that are like many to discuss. So here we will be focusing on what is the exam type and what is the basic structure. So if you have gone through the official site or if you know about the examination, that's good, but I'll just discuss it. The three-stage process is containing about preliminary, mains and personality test. So this preliminary exam, which is of 500 marks, is divided into two sections, that is your GS and technical. So GS and aptitude part, first paper, which is of 200 marks, and this technical subject, which is for 300 marks. So that total comprises for your 500 marks. Then here comes your mains, which is your descriptive examination, which is again of two papers, each of 300 marks. That is for your that contains purely your technical subjects, and your personality test, that is an interview. Now, we will be dealing with preliminary stage 1, because here when you are having this paper 1, GS and engineering aptitude, here you have your engineering mathematics also. Okay, engineering mathematics. So you need to focus on this part as well. Why? It cannot be like you will clear your cutoff just by having your technical subjects. Okay, you cannot have that. So what you need to do is you need to have at least 50% of marks in each of this, in each of the paper, at least 50% of marks in each of the paper. You cannot be like getting the total cutoff out of your technical subject. If you do not pass the cutoff for the paper 1, you cannot be qualifying for the second stage, that is the main stage. So here you need to focus on your GS and aptitude portion, which consists of engineering mathematics as well, current affairs, and your subjects like ethics and different subjects, project management. Now, the paper pattern for preliminary is again MCQ examination, and again here you have negative marking, which makes it a tougher bit. So when you have negative marking, the most important part you need to take care of, where are you going wrong with your concept or with your practice. Because when you mark a question wrong, what happens is you lose 1/3 of your marks, and that is a bit painful, because you work so hard to get the correct answers, to get the scores in your positive side, and then if you go to a wrong question, if you attempt a question wrong, there you lose 1/3. So that is something you need to work on. Okay, now you have known about the exam, you have known where how your exams are. Now I'll tell you about the syllabus, and then I'll tell you about the preparation strategies which you should be following. So here the syllabus is of for engineering mathematics, which we will be covering in our classes further. Okay, here I have listed down all the topics which I will be going to cover in my subject, but there are topics which are not included in every branch. Like if I talk about civil, they do not have complex analysis, while the electronics do not have ODE. Okay, so that way you will come to know, because when we create the course, we mention it if it is for you or not. Okay, we mention it branch wise, so you do not need to worry. But this is the basic syllabus, which almost more or less is common for most of the branches other than CS and IT. So here you have linear algebra, matrix, system of linear equation, eigenvalues, eigenvectors. Okay, you must be knowing these topics. You must have studied it somewhere in your 12th class also, in your college also. But the thing which we need to do while preparing for these competitive exam is we need to study about the short tricks or the very important concept which have been asked previously, and which can save your time. That time, every minute here counts, every minute here is important, so you need to learn those. So we will be focusing on those tricks, those part as well, along with your questions. Then here you have calculus. Calculus function, single variable, limit, continuity, partial derivative, definite integrals, gradient, divergence, curl. Here this gradient, divergence and curl are the important topic. Okay, the part from this has been asked a lot recently. Okay, I'll let you know the important topics separately in another slide. Vectors, and these are all things which you must have studied previously. Okay, in linear algebra and calculus we have went through a part of it while we were there in our 12th class or in our initial BTech years, but you need to focus on the concept which have been asked specifically in the exams like GATE and ESE. Now, ordinary differential equation, here you have first order equations, higher order, constant coefficient, Euler-Cauchy equations, and boundary theorems, boundary problems. Okay. Then next you have partial differential equation. Partial differential, here Fourier series is important for you. Fourier series, first order, second order, one-dimensional wave, Laplace equation. For a few branches it is important, for some it is not asked. Probability and statistics is one of the very important part, I'll tell, for all the branches, because it is used in your further studies as well. If you go for masters and all, you have to deal with a lot of probability and statistics in your in your studies. You have to do a lot of sampling. Okay, now numerical method. Next is numerical method. Numerical method is again important for like the part of trapezoidal and Simpson's rule, multiple step process for first order differential equations. These have been asked multiple times. Okay, Simpson's rule, integration using trapezoidal method, these all things. Complex analysis. Complex analysis contains this Cauchy integral formula is important for you. Cauchy integral formula, and this Taylor-Lorentz series and the residual theorem. Okay, so this is like an overview for your mathematics, engineering mathematics syllabus. I'll tell you about the important topics which you need to focus while you are going for this. Okay, so in linear algebra you have eigenvalues and eigenvectors as one of the most important. Okay, I'll mark it with this. Okay, this eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Then system of linear equations where you deal with Cayley-Hamilton, that is again important for you. Then you have here rank and matrices. Rank is important. When we come to calculus, as I told you, now Taylor series is important. Gradient, divergence, curl is important. Vector, gradient, divergence and curl. In ordinary differential equation, first order differential equations and your Cauchy and Euler-Cauchy equations are important. In partial differential, Fourier series and Laplace equation. Probability and statistics, as I told you, this complete chapter is very important. But in this also, you need to deal more with this Poisson's and normal distribution. This is more important. Conditional probability, descriptive statistics, mean, mode and median. A lot of mean, mode, median, standard deviation. A lot of questions have been asked repeatedly over years from these parts. In numerical methods, here you have this trapezoidal, Simpson's. These are the most important part which we need to deal with, and you have this first order single and multiple step method, which is not included in many of your syllabus, like CSIT do not have it, but it is important for other branches, so you need to be much aware of this part and have a lot of practice with this. In complex, this Taylor Laurent, as I told you, and Cauchy integral. These are the important parts which you need to focus on. Okay, so why we are discussing the important parts? Because if you do not have time, if you do not have a lot of time, you can just go through these parts. These parts can lead you to the maximum coverage of what you want. So now next I'll talk about the preparation tips. Preparation tips. The first thing while you are preparing for any exam, the first thing about your preparation strategy is you need to learn the concepts properly. You need to be thorough with your concepts. And for that, as I told you, you need a good mentor and need a proper guidance which your mentor will provide. You just follow the mentor, follow the test, follow the classes, and there you go. You have your concepts in your hand. When you learn the concepts, when you have these concepts properly in your mind, then the best thing is you do not have, lack of confidence. You are confident while you are giving this exam or while you're practicing. The thing which any exam or any preparation need is your dedication. A student need to be dedicated and should be ready to work hard. So whatever time you have in your hand, just ensure you have these two: dedication, hard work, and discipline. Because without these, you cannot, I tell you, you cannot achieve what you want. Okay, you may get something, but you won't get the thing you want. Okay, so dedication, hard work, and discipline should be ensured from your side, and the concepts, the guidance, the other part will be ensured from your educators, from our side. And there you go, you have that confidence where what you need for your exams. Because if you are confident enough, if you're confident about the things you have practiced, about the syllabus you have covered, then there is no doubt you will perform very well, because you will have that clear in your mind that yes, this is what I'm going to do, and you do not have any sort of queries in your mind. You are confident enough for your about your preparation. For that, I told you, you need to choose the mentor, the platform wisely. Use this code and avail the discount so that you do not pay a greater price. You get this discount for 10%. Okay, use this code. Then after getting a concept, practice the concept, practice the variety of problems, practice this concept. Now when you practice these problems, when you practice these concepts, what happens is you analyze yourself in terms of your strength and weaknesses. Strength and weakness. You need to find what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. Analyze yourself, because if you do not analyze yourself, then you will always lack that thing in you. So when you practice the concept, okay, suppose you are practicing calculus and we are practicing about the limits and derivatives, and you find that you have some problems while calculating the limits, some approaches are not clear, so that counts in your weakness. But the derivatives are very clear to you, you have that approach if how to solve the derivatives, so that is your strength. Okay, that is in terms of a particular subject. But subject wise and then topic wise, both the analysis should be done. Okay, if you are from a particular branch, suppose I'll talk about civil engineering, then suppose you are good in subjects like SOM and TOS, but then you face some problems in fluid mechanics or in water hydrology, so here that counts in your weakness. So you should know what areas you are strong and where you have your weaknesses, so that the area which you have as a weakness, you can focus on that a bit more. Okay, you need to focus on that a bit more. That does not mean if these topics are strong for you, you will not focus on them. No, what you will do is revise them revise them like in 2 days. Just go through the formulas which you have prepared. Okay, I'll tell you how to prepare these formulas also. Then the things which you are weak in, suppose in FM also there is some particular topic which you do not understand or which you lack confidence in, so just take that topic, try to solve like 3 to 4 good questions. Okay, or I'll tell you how we are going to prepare these questions for your quick review later. Okay, so when you have these questions, you can just go through these 3-4 questions on a daily basis, so that when you go through these questions again and again, there is that thing which you memorize. Okay, that gets into your mind, in the back of your mind it is stored. So the next time a problem in that way approaches to you, you can just solve it very easily. So the multiple number of time, the more the number of time you go through these, you are having more confidence while solving that. Okay, that's the reason you need to go through these again and again. Then when this way you can recover your weaknesses, and the strengths also you need to focus on those. You need to revise them, don't just overlook them, that I know it and I'll just leave it. No, you need to revise them regularly, on a regular basis, like 3 to 4 days or in a week, but just go through it. And as your exam approaches, okay, as your like gate and ESE approaches, so at that end, try that you finish your syllabus beforehand, and on an everyday basis you revise it. Everyday basis you revise your technical subjects. Revision is very important. Okay, on a daily basis you should be able to revise it. Then also I'll talk about the test later in this. Now previous year questions, this is like the key which need to be followed. There are things that if this does not happen, the next part won't happen. Okay, so this is the part, previous year questions. Previous year question is the key for your exam, because there are many times same question, even with the same data, repeated over in these exams. Okay, especially in ESE there are a lot of such questions and many times. So previous year questions you should try to solve these at least 3 to 4 times for any exam, gate, ESE, whatever. 3 to 4 times at least, I'm telling, at least. It can be even more if you have that time, and if you have completed your syllabus, then at least you try 3 to 4 times. Then daily revision, as I told you, everyday revision is very important once you finish your syllabus. And before that, daily revision means if you have not finished your syllabus, you have your classes going on, you have your classes, so whatever time left after having your classes and your tests and practice, try to revise one subject or a important topic. Okay, one subject or 2-3 topics, whatever your time allows for now, because you're preparing. Okay, you have started your preparation, if you have started your preparation now. But in case you have already finished your syllabus, or you are like going to finish the syllabus soon before your exam, you should have this everyday revision, which is very important. Now short notes especially for your formulas, that is another very important part which you need to see. Because if you do not have these short notes, what happens is every time when you revise, you go and browse through those notes of yours, which are like a lot of pages if you have written, or the PDFs you have. So when you browse through so many PDFs, so many pages, so many notebooks, then the part which is important, you may just miss it. Okay, the most important topic, you may just skip it because you were browsing through a lot of pages. That is to be avoided, and that is something which we do not need at the end or during the time where we are every day revising the concepts. So for that you need this short notes. For that you need these short notes. And then the important question for reviews. Now here comes, I'll tell you about the important questions and how to prepare your short notes. So for preparing your short notes and formula, I'll talk about the formula book. Okay, it is not specific to engineering mathematics. It can be applied to any of the subject, any of your technical subjects as well. So formula book, what you do is, on your page, like you have started with some of the subject. Let me say mathematics you are making notes of. So in mathematics you have started with the first topic, linear algebra. Okay, write this linear algebra and the important points, like some properties about determinants. So just note it. Okay, just note it in small concise points. Don't try to make lengthy notes again. Otherwise, what will be the difference between your formula book and your normal notes? So make the notes very concise about the points which are very important. Okay, while your teachers are teaching you, they will tell you about like some property. They'll tell you this is very important. They'll mark star, or they'll just tell this is very important to remember, and you'll practice questions on those. So those things, those parts you need to mention here. You need to note them down on this formula book of yours. So this will help you when you are doing this daily revision of yours at the towards the end, where you have less time, you are practicing more, practicing giving number of mock tests. That time this will help you. This will be very helpful for you that time. So next I'll tell you about some exam specific strategies. Okay, both these exam, the previous thing which we have shared about preparation tips, these two tips can be common for most of the exams. Okay, these practice concept and all can be common for most of the exam, both at the exams like gate and ESE. But when we specifically come to like gate and to ESE, if we talk about them, then these two exams are very different in their nature. Okay, they are quite different. The exam gate, as I have told you, gate is an aptitude test. Okay, so there you need to have your mental ability as well as your technical skills both. Here it needs your practice in a logical manner. Okay, so with your technical skills you need to have those practice in your logical manner. While in ESE, when it comes to ESE exams require your concept with a lot of variety. Okay, a large number of questions need to be practiced. A variety is required in ESE. So here the syllabus is huge when it comes to ESE, because you have to learn GS as well, and you have to have your technical subjects also. So ESE goes with a large syllabus. But in GATE you have your fixed defined syllabus, defined set of your part which you need to do or go through, so that you do not need to study different things or a lot of things, that they have a set boundary for you. So when it comes to gate, the thing which happens is there are like categories of students. Okay, there are three categories of student. The first category of student is they have been preparing for about 5 to 6 months here already. 5 to 6 months already. So these people, they know about the exam pattern, the code, the thing how it works, and then they have already completed some part of the syllabus. So these people are aware of this. Then the second type of people are who have just started preparing, maybe 1 to 2 months, maybe. Okay, so these people are 1 to 2 months into this preparation. And then there is the third category, who is a beginner. They have no idea about no, they have just started, they just know about the goal that they need to fight for the exams like GATE and ESE. So these three categories of people, GATE is an exam. If you study, dedicate yourself, you dedicate your time into the correct strategy and on the important topics, then GATE is an exam any one of these three category of students can crack, okay, very very easily, and even score a better rank. Good rank can be scored when for any type of student. Okay, so let me tell you about the three categories separately. So if you have already been preparing for like 5 to 6 months, what you can do is, in your preparation, you should focus on completing complete your syllabus, and then focus on everyday revision. Okay, then practice more, take your doubts, ask them to your mentor, solve them, get them clarified. Okay, clarify them, and then just again practice those doubts, so that you have the complete knowledge. You have done your part, where you have no doubt left with that particular set of topic or particular question. So in that manner, you will have that strong grip on that topic. Now, the next thing, you should be focusing on your previous year questions, PYQs. The previous year questions should be completed at least 3 to 4 times. At least, I'm telling. And then have your mock test, that too, the full length mock test. Try to give your full length mock test, as many as you can, but try at least 5 6 mock tests full length, and try to sit through it completely. Give them as seriously as you would be giving your GATE examination, because this will set that mindset for you, where you will be completely confident that yes, this is the exam environment. Okay, so give this mock test seriously. Sit at one place, or where you do not have any disturbance. Give these mock tests very seriously, so that you have that feel before giving the actual examination, that this will be the exam environment. Now, for the people who have started preparing and they have been into this preparation for like 1 or 2 months. So these people, you should focus on important topics. Focus on the important topics. Try to finish them first. Whenever you go through a course, the mentor will tell you about the important topics and the most important topics which have been asked repeatedly, concept wise, and the important questions. So take those important topics, take those important questions, and just try to finish them, try to practice them. Again, you practice, you have those doubts, and then you clarify them, and then again you practice it, so that you have the doubts cleared. Okay, then again, the previous year questions, you should also try to have 3 to 4 times, but I'll tell 1 to 2 time if you can, because GATE examination is approaching in February. So if 1 to 2 time also, if you could just go through these previous year questions, it's good for you. And then again, you should also have mock test. Mock test, I'm talking about full length mock test. Okay, now subject wise mock test can also be given by you, but that depends on you. You should try to give subject wise mock test as you complete your classes or your syllabus, but I'll say full length mock test because they will make you aware with the environment. Okay, so 3 to 4 mock tests you will be aware that how you are having, what are the thoughts you are having while giving your exams, because your thoughts which you go through while giving your exams are also important. Sometimes initially while we start our exam we are like very active, very attentive while giving, but as the time passes, as there is as it reaches to like 1.5 and 2 hours, we lose our concentration. Okay, and we just start thinking different things, our mind deviates. That should not happen. So that's why, to familiarize yourself, this mock test is very important. Mock tests are very important for you. Then you have the beginners which have just started the preparation and they are just starting with this preparation. The beginners, what should do they should do is, beginners should find out the important topics. How will you find out the important topics? Just follow your mentors wisely. Follow your mentors, show that dedication, and when you follow, you will come to know about the important topics. Practice those important topics. Okay, the first target and the first and only target I will say for the beginners who are planning to give GATE this year itself, this 2021 GATE, who are planning, for them this is okay. If you are a beginner and you have your GATE in 2022, then you should all follow the complete approach, okay, complete step by step approach. But if you are a beginner and you have your GATE in 2021, then follow the important topics, try to practice them, clarify your doubt as soon as possible, and after clarifying your doubt, what you need to do is again what I told here, practice those doubts again. And when you are done with this, try to have your previous year questions. You should also try to complete this previous year questions 1 to 2 times, but at least one time try karo that you go through this question, complete set of question at least once. Then uh, for your, you know, environment, for your mindset to be such that you give your test properly, you also need to have these mock tests. Okay, 2 से 3 mock test, so that you full length 2 to 3 full length mock tests, so that you are familiarized with the pattern of the exam, the environment. Again, I told you about the thought process that way. Next, I'll tell you about the ESE examination. As I told you, ESE is quite different from GATE. Here you need to study a lot of concept. There is a variety, okay, a huge syllabus to be studied. And here for ESE, previous year question are a must. Previous year question, try as many times you can. You can follow these questions. Just try to attempt previous year questions as many times as you can. Now in ESE, some of the common mistakes which we do is we just go and blindly follow some of the tips and tricks of some toppers, or somebody who XYZ who have given some video lectures and all. You should not do that. Okay, just don't follow blindly. Set your own path. Set your own path, own schedule. Follow the strategy that's what suits you the best. Okay, so when you follow your mentors, when you study through them, you know the important topics already, important topic, plus you know the important questions, okay, the conceptual questions. So using those, you need to set your own path, set how you are going to study, will be your strategy of study. Okay, again I'll tell you about, you need to analyze your own strength and weaknesses, because each one of us has a different set of working, different mindset of working, and that's why we should follow different schedules or different methodology for ourselves. So you need to find it yourself. Now in ESE you need time. You need time for ESE. If you are just starting with the courses, then I will say that you will need time for completing your ESE exams. So this time the good thing is that ESE exam will be held somewhere later in May or April and May. So you have this time for ESE. So just start early, start beforehand, so that you have sufficient time for completing, going through the syllabus and studying. Okay, so just start your syllabus as soon as possible, start your mentors, and follow that religiously. Now again, the next thing I'm telling you is the next mistake which we do. Okay, we just try to study and study, and we do not give any type of attention to our health. That should not be there, because in these exams you need to have that particular set of mind. You need to have a good environment for your studies, good environment for your studies, and not only for studies, for yourself. Okay, so stay positive, talk to your friends, have a group of friends where you can discuss even about studies and other topics, like you can discuss your general matters and you can feel good. Okay, a positive environment. Okay, the friends means you should have friends who can motivate you towards your goal, people who can motivate you towards what you are doing, and they do not discourage you that what you are doing, why you are attempting this. Just stay away from negativity. No negativity, be positive. The positive thoughts are very important while you have these preparation for your exams. And your eating habits. Okay, eating habits again, very important. You should have good eating habits. Don't eat food outside, and the current situation also do not allow you to eat outside. So just follow good eating habits, proper eating habits. Stay hydrated. Okay, stay hydrated, where so that you do not have tensed environment. If you do, you know that when we drink water, it relaxes down the brain nerves. So being hydrated is very important. So if you do not stay hydrated, you will have more tensed or stressed thoughts in your mind. So to avoid those, have sufficient water. So, and the strategy for ESE. Okay, these are some general things which I have told. Now the strategy for ESE is, you need to follow your mentors, you need to dedicate time, you need to practice your previous years, practice more number of mock tests. Okay, subject wise and as well as full length, both. Practice more and more. Then the thing which is important is your general awareness. General Focus on your general awareness and your GS topics, GS, aptitude and mathematics, because for technical, in when we focus on technical, some of the students make a very huge mistake. They do not focus on these parts, and when you do not focus on these part, I told you in this beginning itself that you need to gain at least 50% to qualify for the next stage in each paper. So 50% is compulsory. So don't make that mistake that you're not attempting these and not practicing. Okay, full length mock test means the first paper also is included. Okay, so just be confident about it and practice it. Now subject specific. Subject specific, here I'll talk about how you can make your notes. So if suppose this is your booklet or your question paper or PDF, okay, so here you have your questions which you are attempting. I'm talking about the making notes for your formulas. Okay, for other than the formula books, the important concept where you can, how you can note them and how you can remember them. So when you practice these questions, suppose this question I found is good, or something new, or a good concept which is important and which I feel is very important to me, for me to remember. So at the top of the page or the book, I'll just make a small note about the concept, a small note, okay, where that this for particular formula is there, and in this formula sometimes the variable, no, we miss that this is the, so okay, h is this, so like that, a small note. And if something you have made a mistake in some keywords, you can write, okay, this is the mistake, or this is something I should remember, like that. So what happens at the end when you have just solved these once or twice, at the beginning, at the top of each page, at the top of each page you have some concept, not each, or some of the pages I will say, you have some of the concepts written there, some of the important things written there, and you can just go and revise it for your revision. Okay, then there other thing is for your questions for your review, quick review. When you are having these questions for your review, now this suppose you are having some subject which you are studying and you are writing, making notes for that. So whenever you are having those subject and you find a very good problem, and that problem, you know, involve multiple concepts, or form some formulas which, you know, you can which are very important, which you analyze as important, then you can just write those in separate sheets or separate copy for each subject. But if all the subjects you can do this way, and when you do this, then at the end, when you like complete your subject, and then when you complete your syllabus, you have some certain sheets of paper, okay, you have those like for each 6 7 papers you have, where you can just go through those and you can revise the concepts completely, you can revise everything, and you do not have the doubts left again, oh, what was the mistake you did, and you will, you know, just have a quick recap of what you were doing and what you were missing. That's the purpose of doing this, and this is very very important, I'll tell you, when you are preparing for ESE, because when you have your ESE prelims cleared, you need to go for a descriptive exam, that is the means, and there you need to solve the problems completely. Okay, so like in some subjects I'll tell, there are some questions which you need to focus, like in FM there are full length problems, so you just in short keywords you can write those problems, those numericals, and later on you can revise them. Okay, this will cut short your revision time. If revising one subject takes you 3 to 4 hours, so if you do not have time, you can just go through these sheets of paper and revise it very quickly, and your all the concepts will be revised at the end. That's the benefit of making this notes. Okay, some general things I'll tell you while you are going for your examination. Just don't forget to read the information brochure or the instructions. Read the instructions carefully. read the instructions carefully. Very, very, very important, because sometimes we miss many of the things, many of the topics. uh, some very, very important instructions, like uh, accidentally you can take some watches or anything. Don't take these electronic things, electronic gadgets and all. And visit your examination center before, visit your center beforehand. If you are new to that place, if you are going to another city for your exam in that case, and if you are of the same city and if you have been to the place already, then it's fine. You can, you know how to reach there, so that's not a problem then. And then uh, don't carry anything which is not allowed. Like, be properly dressed, have that positive feeling, positive vibes in your head, that positivity, that yes, you have prepared yourself, you have been through the process, you have followed your mentors, you have practiced well, you have got your doubts solved, everything. So be positive and just go give your exam, perform to the best, and you will have what you desire, okay, what you have prepared so long for. So after all these things, your dedication and hard work will pay off, and the results, I'll tell you, if you follow this, your results will be amazing. You yourself will be, proud of yourself, that yes, you have done this, you have gone through all the things, and you have done what you want, or you have achieved what you want, okay. So this is what you need to take care of about the strategies and all. And if you have some other queries, anything else, we can clarify it. Okay. Now I'll tell you about our subject, engineering mathematics, which we are going to start our lecture tomorrow with linear algebra. In linear algebra, we are going to first have a lecture on basic operations on matrices, basic matrix operations. So this will be our first lecture, and then we will quickly move on to the next topic, where we will be seeing the properties of determinants and ranks. Rank. Okay, so here in basic algebra, basic matrix operation, I'll cover everything from the very beginning, from the very starting, about how you multiply and all those things. And then inverse calculation, determinant, rank, inverse, this all will be there. And then we have the system of linear equation. Before that, we'll go with eigen vectors and eigen values, and then we will have the next lecture on system of linear equations. Linear equations, this will be about your upcoming class. And then in the these classes, I'll share you the schedule for the next classes. Okay, so system of linear equations, Cayley-Hamilton, and vectors, everything we will cover here in these lectures. And then there will be some classes for your in between for your test, doubt solving, doubt session, doubt classes. Between after 2-3 classes, we'll take a doubt class, and we'll practice more and more questions, and we'll try to finish this linear algebra in like 5 to 6 classes, and then we will move on with calculus. Okay, so this is about your class in engineering mathematics. Now don't forget to subscribe, to add your gate channel, that is Creti X Gate. So just search for this on your Telegram and add it, subscribe to it, and you can follow your educators, whomever you want. Now don't forget to use this referral and just take your subscription as soon as possible, as soon as you start your preparation and you have your goals moving closer and closer towards you, use the subscription code and get the 10% off on your Unacademy subscription. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Okay, subscribe to the Unacademy channels.